Good morning, children. Standard 4, English.
Good morning, ma'am.
Standard 4, English. Lesson 3, The Clever Little Tailor. The lesson, The Clever Little Tailor, explanation part is completed. I hope you have understood the story or the content of the story. That is about, the story is about a princess and three tailors. There are three tailors, tailor 1, tailor 2 and tailor 3. Among the three tailors, tailor 3 is very smart, and the princess, she gives riddles to solve to people who come to marry her. So this was the story about the three tailors and the princess, how the youngest tailor uses his intelligence and he clears the test and marries the princess. He goes through so many hurdles. He passes the test by fighting or tackling with the bear. So that was the story about the three clever tailor. The third one, the youngest one, is the intelligent one. He passes the test. He solves the riddles. He fights with the bear and locks him up in the cage and gets married to the princess. So today we will be completing the textual grammar of lesson number 3. So children, open your textbook, the main course book, to page number 21. Page number 21, lesson number 3, the clever little tailors. Page number 21, about the text. Below that, read and answer. Exercise A, there are statements. We have to write whether the statements are true or false. The statements are true or false. So we start with the first one. The princess gives a riddle to any man who wants to marry her. So we have to state whether the statement is true or false. The princess gives a riddle to any man who wants to marry her. So the statement is true. Please write in the box. I didn't ask you to answer. I didn't ask you to answer. Please don't speak in between. You give wrong answer. The other children also copy wrong answers. I give you time to clear your doubts. Listen carefully now. The princess gives a riddle to any man who wants to marry her. The first statement is true. Write T in the box and write the full word TRUE, true. True. The first statement is true. Second one, the second tailor answers correctly. The second statement, the second tailor answers correctly. Second one is false. Don't answer in between, children. The second one is false. Third one, after the little tailor answers the riddle.
Ma'am, what is first one?
True.
Ma'am, first one?
True. Third one, the little tailor answers the riddle. After the little tailor answers the riddle, he is sent to a field. So the statement is false. Third one, it is false. He is sent to a stable. I will repeat, children. Pay attention. Don't interrupt in between. I will repeat, I said. Third one, after the little tailor answers the riddle, he is sent to a field. The statement is false. Fourth one, the little tailor eats nuts in front of the bear. True. The fourth one, the little tailor eats nuts in front of the bear. True. Fifth one, the bear wants to learn. The bear wants to learn fiddling. I said I will repeat once it's over. You don't understand English or you don't have common sense. The bear wants to learn fiddling from the little tailor. Fifth one, the bear wants to learn fiddling from the little tailor. So the fifth statement is true. The fifth statement is true. I repeat all the true or false once again. Pay attention. Those who have not completed, write it down now. The princess gives a riddle to any man who wants to marry her. First one, true. The princess gives a riddle to any man who wants to marry her. The first statement is true. Second one, children close your camera. Second one, the second tailor answers correctly. False. The second tailor answers correctly. False. Third one, after the little tailor answers the riddle, he is sent to a field. The statement is false. Fourth one, the little tailor eats nuts in front of the bear. Fourth one, the little tailor eats nuts in front of the bear. True. Fifth one, the bear wants to learn fiddling from the little tailor. Fifth one, the bear wants to learn fiddling from the little tailor. So the statement is true. Any doubts in true or false? Any doubt? All have completed?
No, no, ma'am.
Okay, shall we go to the next question now? Shall we go to the next question? Okay. Children who join late. Listen. Children who join late continue from there itself. Don't ask the previous questions. I can't keep repeating 10 times, 10 children join in between. I can't keep repeating the previous ones again and again. Then the textual work won't be completed. So children who join late start continuing from there from where you have joined. Link will be sent. If you have doubt, if you have not understood, refer the link and complete your work. Please don't ask me to repeat 10 times. Clear? They join late, they join in between the class and they ask me to repeat again from the beginning. That I will not do. Timing is given, you are supposed to join at that time and start the work with me. If you are joining late, that is your problem. 5, 6 times I am not going to repeat. This is the last time I am telling you. Exercise B. Exercise B. Stop talking. Mute your system. Exercise B. Read this extract and answer these questions. I will give in the notes section in the question answers. Clear? Exercise B. Read these extracts and answer these questions. I will send it in the notes section when I am giving question answers. Because most of you are not listening carefully and you all are writing wrong and you all are answering in the exam also wrong. So I am not giving now. I will send it in the notes form. Clear? Clear, children? Exercise B and exercise C will come in the notes. Now go to the next page.
Yes, ma'am.
Page number 23. Page number 23. Page number 23. Match the idioms in column A with their meanings in column be. Now, what are idioms? In this story, Taylor 2 says, I am sure solving a riddle will be a piece of cake. In the story, Taylor 2 says, I am sure solving a riddle will be a piece of cake. A piece of cake is an idiom. It has got a meaning. A piece of cake is an idiom. It means very easy. In English language, when we talk about idioms, they specify particular meaning. Now, for example, now a piece of cake. There's a sentence, I am sure solving a riddle will be a piece of cake. That doesn't mean that the piece of cake what we eat. Here, a piece of cake means the task what is being given or the task which will be given is going to be easy. Now, what is an idiom? An idiom is a phrase or a group of words in a fixed order whose meaning is different from the meaning of the individual's words that form it. Now, I told you, for example, a piece of cake. It doesn't mean that a piece of cake which we are going to eat. The meaning is the task or the assignment what will be given is going to be easy. Understood? So, an idiom is a phrase or a group of words in a fixed order whose meaning is different from the meanings of the individual words that form it. Understood? Now go to page number 23. Page number 23. Match the idioms in column A with their meanings in column B. Match the following. We have column A, we have all the idioms. Column B, we have meanings for the given idioms. We have to match them now. When you match, they should be correct. Idiom and their meanings. First one, hold your horses. The first idiom, hold your horses. You have to match this idiom with the correct meaning in column B. In column B, option C. Column B, option C. No. Hold your horses. The meaning is to not be in a hurry. Do not be in a hurry. Option C in column B. Do not be in a hurry. Second one, a fish out of water. Second idiom, a fish out of water. Column B, option E. Column B, option E. Feel uncomfortable in a new situation. Feel uncomfortable in a new situation. Third one, option E. Option E, feel uncomfortable.
Option B.
You will get
Which
a
second one?
option.
Second one.
Option E.
Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
You close your cameras. Mute your system. Everybody can hear, only you can't hear. Mute your system. Dasanati, mute your system. Sony, mute your system. And don't open your camera. Dasanati, mute your system. Third one, a heavy heart. Third one,
What is second one?
I will not repeat.
The second one?
I will not repeat, I said. Already 4 times I repeated. You think I am a machine? You'll talk there with each other and you'll do unwanted things. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Pay attention first. Third one, a heavy heart. Third one, a heavy heart. Column B, H1. H1, very sad feeling. Third one, a heavy heart. Option H. Column B, option H, very sad feeling. Very sad feeling. Fourth one, under the weather.
Mama, go repeat.
Under the weather. Mute your system. Fourth one, under the weather. Option B, column B, option B, feeling unwell. Feeling unwell. Fourth one, under the weather. Column B, option B, feeling unwell. You don't talk now till I finish. I give you time to talk. Like a frog, you'll jump. Fourth one, under the weather. Option B, feeling unwell. Fifth one, the lion's share. Fifth one, the lion's share. Column B, option A, the biggest share of something. Fifth one, the lion's share, the biggest share of something. Column B, option A. Fifth one, the lion's share, option A, the biggest share of something. Sixth one, get out of hand. Get out of hand. Column B, option G, that which cannot be controlled. Option G, which cannot be controlled. Sixth one, option G, that which cannot be controlled. Seventh one, on top of the world. Seventh one, on top of the world. D1, column B, option D, to be extremely happy. To be extremely happy. Seventh one, option D, to be extremely happy. Eighth one, get cold feet. Eighth one, get cold feet. Option F, become nervous about doing something that was planned earlier. Eighth one, get cold feet. Column B, F1, become nervous about doing something that was planned earlier. I repeat the match the following now. One more time. I repeat it one more time. Pay attention and check whether you have written it correctly. If not, write it now. Please don't talk in between and disturb the others also. Because of your disturbance, the other children will write wrong. I always repeat it 2 times, 3 times. Children who join late, continue from where you have started. Don't ask me to repeat the previous ones again. How many times I should repeat? Look at this child now. Search. Search, I will not tell you the page number. Search now. You came late, no? Match the following. I am going to repeat, and after that I will not repeat. I will go to the next exercise. Please pay attention. Column A, hold your horses. Column B, C option, do not be in a hurry. Second one, a fish out of water. A fish out of water. Column B, option E, feel uncomfortable in a new situation. Third one, a heavy heart. Third one, a heavy heart. Column B, option H, very sad feeling. Fourth one, under the weather. Column B, option B, feeling unwell. Column B, option B, feeling unwell. Fifth one, the lion's share. The lion's share. Column B, option A, the biggest share of something. The biggest share of something. Sixth one, get out of hand. Sixth one, get out of hand. Column B, option G, that which cannot be controlled. That which cannot be controlled. Seventh one, on top of the world. Seventh one, on top of the world. Column B, option D, to be extremely happy. To be extremely happy. Eighth one, get cold feet. Eighth one, get cold feet. Column D, option F, become nervous about doing something that was planned earlier. So here I complete the match the following on page number 23. I have repeated 2 to 3 times. I hope you have completed, and now we go to the next part, that is the grammar part. In grammar, page number 24, turn on to page number 24, grammar wise sentences. Page number 24, grammar wise sentences. Children, you have already learned sentences from standard 1, standard 2, standard 3. And this is standard 4. So it shouldn't be very difficult for you because you have already learned sentences and types of sentences in standard 1, 2 and 3. And now again you are learning in standard 4. And in the grammar book, in the first chapter, second chapter, it is all about sentences. So you've already learnt it. But still, I will make you understand and then complete the work that is given on the next page. Page number 24, sentences. Now, what are sentences? A sentence is a group of words that together makes a complete sense. I repeat, a sentence is a group of words that together makes complete sense. Now, there are 4 types of sentences. In sentence, there are 4 types of sentences. 4 types of sentences, that is declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, exclamatory sentence and imperative sentences. Now, which are these 4 kinds of sentences? Let us study. Now, let us revise the different types of sentences with example from the play. Now, we have taken sentences from the story, The Clever Little Tailor lesson, sentences from the story, and we will mention there, or we will study, or we will know what type of sentence it is. Let us revise the different types of sentences with examples from the play. Now, the first sentence, the little tailor had solved the riddle correctly. The little tailor had solved the riddle correctly. It is a declarative sentence. Why it is a declarative sentence? It is a declarative sentence because it states a fact about something. And what was the fact here? That the tailor had solved the riddles correctly. So it is called as declarative sentence, and every sentence will end with a full stop or with a question mark or with an exclamation mark. But declarative sentence, they always end with a full stop. The first sentence is declarative and it ends with a full stop. So declarative sentences state a fact about something. The statement was the little tailor had solved the riddle correctly. That is a fact. So it is a declarative sentence. Second one, will you give me lessons? It is asking you questions. Will you give me lessons? It is interrogative sentence. It is asking you questions. Will you give me lessons? It is asking questions. So asking questions comes under interrogative sentence. And it ends with a question mark. Interrogative, close your camera. Tickety, tickety, close your camera. Interrogative sentences ask a question and end with a question mark. Okay. Next one. A. What a stupid blockhead I am. The statement is A. What a stupid blockhead I am. This is an exclamatory sentence. Now, what are exclamatory sentence? Exclamatory sentences express strong feelings and emotions. Here you can see the person is saying, "Hey, what a stupid blockhead I am." He's expressing his feelings, his emotions. So, such sentences are called as exclamatory sentence, and the sentence ends with a exclamation mark, that is a straight line and a dot. A straight line and a dot is called as exclamatory mark. So, sentences which expresses strong feelings and emotions are called as exclamatory sentence. The next one, just stay at home. Just stay at home. It is a imperative sentence. It is a imperative sentence. Imperative sentences make a request or gives orders. Imperative sentences make a request or gives a command or orders, and they end with a full stop like the declarative sentence. Now page number 24. Yes, page number 24. Exercise A. Read these sentences. Read these sentences and state their types. Now sentences are given there. You have to read, understand, and you have to mention there what type of sentence it is. I hope all four types of sentences are clear to you. That is declarative sentence, which states about a fact. Interrogative sentences, which asks questions and ends with a question mark. Exclamatory sentences expresses feelings and emotions. And the last one, imperative sentences, which makes a request or gives order. So page number 24, page number 24, read these sentences and state their types. First one, Ramesh is holding an umbrella. Ramesh is holding an umbrella. So this sentence is declarative. There is a space given there in your textbook to write the word declarative. Write the word declarative. Ramesh is holding an umbrella. It is a fact. The fact is Ramesh is holding an umbrella. So it is a declarative sentence. Right? Declarative. Second one, ouch. I hurt my knee. It is expressing feelings and emotions. So it is a exclamatory sentence. It is a exclamatory sentence. Third one, don't enter this building. Don't enter this building. It is giving command, order. So it is a imperative sentence. Imperative sentence. Fourth one, do you want your gift? It is asking question. The sentence is asking question. Do you want your gift? So it is a interrogative sentence. It is a interrogative sentence. Fifth one, please don't make a noise. Fifth one, please don't make a noise. It is requesting, please don't make a noise. So it is imperative sentence. It is imperative sentence. Sixth one, alas, I have lost my way. Alas, I have lost my way. So it is a exclamatory sentence. It is a exclamatory sentence. Seventh one, sit
Ma'am,
down.
what is mean by alas?
Alas means like when you hurt yourself or when you lose something, it is expressing your sadness. When you feel sad, when you are upset. Seventh one, sit down, said the teacher to the students. Sit down, said the teacher to the students. It is giving order.